Okay. Okay. Um, I get it. I understand completely why they did what they did in the beginning and at the end. And I know a lot of people in the reviews are going to be saying this. It's okay, it's the road to WrestleMania. They're trying to hype up the feud between CM Punk and The Undertaker, so they had to do that. I get it. But for once, could they have not done it? I mean, as much as I really like this Raw, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed this Raw. It is wonderful and it was touching. I had tears in my eyes seeing The Undertaker get on one knee and literally pay respects to Paul Bearer by doing that, doing his pose towards the urn that was in the middle of the ring. And then also on the screen, it was beautiful. It was. It was a touching moment. It was the only moment in 20 years that you have seen The Undertaker at his most humble. Seriously, we have never seen The Undertaker at his most humble until tonight. And especially we haven't seen any rampaging Kane, emotionally charged, crazy, insane Kane in a very, very long time. I wouldn't be surprised if I say maybe 12, 15 years, probably a little bit longer than that. During the 90s, that was the only time that we saw Kane at his most destructive, because he was extremely, well, he was without emotion, but he had more emotion now because of his dad. Sure, he locked his dad in the freezer. We get it. But the thing of it is, those are the most humble moments that we've seen those two characters take. And I feel like it was in poor taste for them to have CM Punk come out and interrupt them. I get it. You're trying to build up towards WrestleMania. I get it. No, you don't have to tell me that in the comment section. I get it. But it was still in poor taste. I'm sorry, it was. For crying out loud, for once, couldn't the WWE allow a moment just to be paid towards Paul Bearer? Just to have that moment towards Paul Bearer and have The Undertaker at his most humble, his most vulnerable, as well as Kane. Why couldn't they just have that? Instead, yet CM Punk had to come in there and interrupt. He had to come in there and say, "Oh, I paid it," and mock his death and everything. No! It is not the Attitude Era. And even in the Attitude Era, it wasn't even right. It wasn't even right back then. It's still not right now. And they should have allowed him to have his respects. They should have allowed both of them to pay their respects and have that humble moment. That's the one thing that pissed me off about this entire night, was the fact that they just allowed this to happen. But I get why. I just don't like it. Okay, now that I got that rant out the way, I will say that I really did enjoy this Raw. The beginning was very touching. I had tears in my eyes. I have never had tears in my eyes when it came to The Undertaker. It was mostly fear. It's mostly like, don't give that guy a microphone. And they really did a good job at not giving him one this time, because it's the ambiance, the way his expressions really did say it all for him. Like, seriously, the entire room, when the room was dark, it showed exactly how he felt. It showed exactly the way it was supposed to be without him having to talk. And I'm glad they did not give him a mic, because if they did, it would have ruined it, in my opinion. But it was really, really good. It's nice how that you really do feel more like it's the road to WrestleMania, especially with John Cena and the Rock. Because I'm not gonna lie, this is the best build they've ever had, and they had a year's build last year, and it was still mediocre and blah. But this is actually a better build than it was last year. And I have to say that I really did like the matches as well. For those that have complained, and I know that I actually looked on Twitter, there were a few people that complained about them trying to promote the WWE app and having to watch backstage scenes in the app. Yes, I get it. There is a reason why you do that. It is all about business. They're trying to get more people involved in the app, and I have to say that the WWE app is actually pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. So for those that have a smartphone or for those that have a tablet, check it out. During the commercial breaks, they actually do show a lot of special stuff at the behind the scenes, which give you kind of exclusives, and it's kind of a cool app. So before you knock it, go ahead and try it. It actually isn't all that bad. But honestly, the matches really weren't all that bad. The matches were pretty good. It's kind of cool how they're actually starting to build up feuds towards WrestleMania, especially between Ryback and Mark Henry. Something that I really do hope that they don't resolve at SmackDown, because this would be a great battle of the behemoths. This would be a really great match to see. And it's also a given that the Big Show is going to probably have a battle with the Shield, or at least with Seth Rollins. But either or, I mean, the way they built it up was fairly good. I really did enjoy this Raw. I have to say that it's kind of sad for Dolph Ziggler, because it really does make me feel that his Money in the Bank briefcase really means nothing. Seriously, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't tease anything. You don't really care. They didn't really do a good job building up Dolph Ziggler at all. AJ is starting to fade out of existence, which makes me really happy. And not only that, but besides Divas, the Bella Twins came back. Why? I don't know. It's not like it's going to really improve if they're there. I mean, it would improve if Karma was there at the same time they were, and finally the feud that was supposed to start up would happen. That would have been awesome. But them returning, yeah. And also the fact that that both of them are dating John Cena and Daniel Bryan, and they're actually flirting with the Rhodes Scholars. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But then, not only that, they're trying to start some kind of a love thing between Caitlyn and Cody Rhodes, which is kind of cute. But then I'm like, what good will that do? It's not going to benefit either one of them that have a love angle right now. So I hope they just linger it on until after WrestleMania. But either or, I mean, besides all that, I have to say that it was well done. I love the introduction that the Rhodes Scholars had to mock the New Age Outlaws. I actually absolutely loved it. I thought it was just phenomenal and fantastic and funny, and they really did a good job there. So I have to say the first hour Raw was really good. The second hour was okay. The third hour I was just really peeved about the ending and why they did it. And I've already ranted about it. But I'm real curious. But honestly, I'm going to be honest. This was really not a bad Raw. It makes me feel like it's the road to WrestleMania. And I kind of am looking forward to WrestleMania this time. So they really did a good job with the build. But I want to see what you guys feel about this. Whether or not you're pissed off as I am of how CM Punk came in there and interrupted a really tender moment between two brothers of chaos. Or the fact that you think Raw sucked. Leave your comments in the comment section below and send me a video response. I'm looking forward to hearing you guys' responses about this, especially whether or not you're happy about what happened. You really do feel that there was a reason why they had the interruption, even though it was, in my opinion, tasteless and disrespectful. But I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. This is Nation Girl 30 signing off. Peace out. Later.